I took a drive through my old neighborhood the other day. Slowly, I passed the streets that held my childhood memories. Some memories made me smile, others reminded me of the struggles that shaped me. As I looked around, I couldn't but help reflect on how far God has brought me. You see, life isn't always easy. My childhood wasn't filled with wealth or luxury. My mother was a single parent who worked tirelessly to provide for our family. She carried responsibilities that many people never saw. There were times when money was tight, times we had to make do with what we had, times when the future seemed uncertain. But somehow, through every challenge, God kept making a way. As I drove through those familiar streets, I began thinking about my garden. A seed doesn't look like much when it's first planted. In fact, it's buried beneath the soil, hidden, covered, alone in the darkness. To anyone looking from the outside, it may seem forgotten. But beneath the surface, something incredible is happening. Roots are forming, strength is developing, growth is taking place. And isn't that how life can feel? There were seasons when I felt buried by hardship, buried by disappointment, buried by uncertainty. But what I thought was burial was actually planting. God wasn't developing roots in me. He was building faith, building strength, building character. God was developing roots, preparing me for the life He had planned all along. Just like a seed, growth doesn't happen overnight. There are seasons of waiting, seasons of stretching, seasons of storms, but eventually the seed breaks through the surface. It reaches toward the sunlight. It continues to grow despite the wind, despite the rain, despite the obstacles. And one day it becomes something beautiful and meaningful, a flourishing garden. When I look at my life now, I realize God has been tending my garden all along. Every struggle had a purpose. Every lesson had a meaning. Every setback was preparing me for a comeback. Then I thought about the storms. Storms can be overwhelming when you're standing in the middle of them. The rain falls hard, the wind blows strong, and sometimes it's difficult to see beyond the darkness. But one thing I've learned in this, God never promised a life without storms. He promised His presence through them. And after every storm comes the rainbow. A rainbow is more than beautiful colors stretched across the sky. It's a reminder that the storm did not win. It's proof that beauty still exists after the struggle. It's evidence that God keeps His promises. As I prepared my life to my life now, I saw my own rainbow. Not because everything is perfect, but because God has been faithful. The little girl raised by a hard-working single mother. The little girl who didn't grow up with much. The little girl who faced challenges she didn't understand is now living proof that God can bring beauty from brokenness, purpose from pain, strength from struggle, and hope from hardship. As I drove through that neighborhood, I didn't feel bitterness. I felt gratitude. Gratitude for every lesson, gratitude for every struggle, gratitude for every closed door, gratitude for answered prayer, gratitude for a mother who sacrificed so much, and most of all, gratitude for a God who never left me. Because when I look back now, I don't see where I come from. I see how far God has brought me. The seed survived. The garden grew. The storm passed. And the rainbow appeared. If you're listening to this today and your life feels more like a storm than the rainbow, I want to encourage you. Don't give up. The chapter you're in right now is not the end of your story. Just because the seed is buried doesn't mean it's forgotten. Some of God's greatest work happens beneath the surface, where no one can see it. Keep trusting. Keep believing. Keep growing. Your garden is still developing. Your breakthrough is still coming. And your rainbow is closer than you think. Thank you for taking this journey with me. If this story touched your heart, encouraged your spirit, or reminded you that God's faithfulness is still exists, it's still working, please like, subscribe, and share this message with anyone who needs hope today. Together, let's spread encouragement, faith, and the reminder that no matter how difficult the storm may be, God is still working. Until next time, keep growing, keep believing, and remember, what God plants, He always has the power to sustain, grow, and bring it full bloom. Thanks for watching. God bless you.